All right, guys, so I got to keep it 100 with you, right? I got to keep it a whole buck. This Jussie Smollett trial has literally been the most entertaining thing in my life for the last few days, right? This is 100% pure comedy, right? It just is. Because this trial, right, for as ridiculous as it's been, right, for allegations that are just ridiculous in and of themselves, right, with the whole fake hate hoax, it just keeps getting more ridiculous and more weird by the day, right? As you remember, just a few days ago, I talked about how one of Jussie's lawyers basically tried to accuse the judge of lunging at her, right, when she was asking for a mistrial, right, after the judge said that the evidence that she was trying to present in court was irrelevant. Then yesterday, Jussie gave a testimony in which he basically said that the two guys that allegedly attacked him, he was in a homosexual relationship with, right? One of the guys, okay? And that the attack was because one of the brothers that he apparently was in a relationship with was homophobic, right? And he detailed about how they rode around in the car, you know, hotboxing, right? Smoking a blunt, okay? And all that little escapades, right? That has too many details that I really can't get into. It's not family-friendly stuff. But I'm just saying, that to me is just pure comedy, right? I'm just laughing just reading about it, okay? This ain't even on TV, right? It ain't on TV. I wish it was, right? It should be on TV. It would be the #1 hit show on cable television, right? I wish this trial was aired, okay? Because this is hilarious. And it gets even more hilarious as Jussie is bringing everybody down with him, right? He's bringing everybody down. And this time is Don Lemon, right? Who he says allegedly sent him text informing him of a police investigation, right? So he's basically saying that Don Lemon may or may not have been using his resources at CNN to funnel him some information, which I guess you could argue could be Don Lemon interfering with a police investigation. I'm just saying, that's where it could go. So let's read about this. CNN anchor Don Lemon allegedly sent disgraced actor Jussie Smollett text during the Chicago Police Department's investigation of his alleged hoax hate crime. Testifying at his own trial on Monday, the former Empire star Jussie Smollett reportedly said on the oath that he received a text message from Don Lemon informing him that Chicago police did not believe his account of what happened that the night he claimed to have been the victim of a hate crime by 2 white Trump supporters. Okay, so this guy is saying that Don Lemon texted him, right, saying that, hey, you know, police don't really believe what you're saying, right, that you might be on an investigation. Now, my question is, if this is true, why the hell are the police texting Don Lemon? How did Don Lemon get that information, right? That's if you believe it. I mean, honestly, I really don't believe it, right? But it could be true. Who knows? I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. But I'm just saying, how would Don Lemon know, right? I don't think that the police would reach out to Don Lemon. That seems kind of random. So to me, it would signal that maybe Don Lemon was using his resources to help Smollett or to tip him off. Who knows, right? According to the Daily Mail, Smollett's marks was presented and then struck from the record. He said things began to seem off when he received a text message from Lemon claiming the Chicago police had reached out to him to say they didn't believe Smollett, noted the Mail. After news broke that Smollett allegedly hired 2 brothers from Nigeria to stage the hate crime, Don Lemon, who had initially supported the actor, said that they were acquaintances. He even lied to a lot of people, including me, and that's not cool, Lemon said to his viewers. He squandered the goodwill of very high-profile people who one day may be running this country, like Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and people like President Trump. All right, so let's actually listen to Don Lemon discuss his relationship with Jussie.
So it's a little bit personal for me, and I'll tell you why, because that's when I met him. I was asked to come on the show, play myself in a little cameo. He introduced himself, and he said, I'm a big fan of, you know, I love your work. It's good to have you here on the set. Very nice guy. We chatted for a couple times after that. I saw him maybe when he came to New York a couple times. I know him, not best friends, but I do know him.
You know him,
So
Don.
I spoke to him while he was at the hospital. His friend who was there texted me in the middle of the night and said, hey, this happened to Jussie. I called a friend. The friend happened to be there, and he said, oh, Jussie's here. Here's the phone. So he told me in his own words what he said happened. But I've also got to tell you, to be quite honest, that a lot of people, including people in the community, people of color and gay people, had questions about this from the very beginning, the veracity of this story.
All right. So this is Don Lemon back in the day when this kind of first happened and Jussie got charged. Him basically walking back, right, his support of Jussie. Okay, and Don has said that, hey, you know, I knew him, but I kind of didn't know him. But I knew him, but I didn't know him. You know, he came to New York a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And I knew right there in my head, just listen to that. Don, you had a lot more of just a friendship with this guy, right? It seems to me you had a little bit more going on with Jussie than you're leading us to believe, Don. But it's okay, Don. I understand. I get you. News that Don Lemon allegedly used his position as a CNN anchor to get inside information about Smollett's investigation comes shortly after the network fired Chris Cuomo for using CNN connections to help his brother's crisis team as he stood accused of multiple misconduct allegations. All right, so yeah, I mean, that's a good point from Breitbart, right? I mean, technically, if what Jussie says is true, right, that Don Lemon texted him letting him know that the police, they don't believe his story, the only way that Don Lemon can find that out, in my opinion, is if he used some type of inside information, either through CNN or his sources or whatever, to figure that information out, right? Because I don't see the police just texting Don Lemon randomly saying, hey, Don, we really don't believe these Jussie allegations, right? You want to tell us more? No, I don't think the police would do that. That's if what Jussie says is true, right? But I think it's more likely that Jussie is just trying to bring down everybody with him, right? Everybody's going down with him, right? If he going down, he going to prison, everybody going to prison, right? I think that's probably more likely what's going on here, right? But who knows? Again, it could be true. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put it past old Don, okay? He got his own allegations to worry about, right? Everybody got allegations, right? So, Smollett faces 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for allegedly filing false police report, a class 4 felony that carries a maximum sentence of up to 3 years in prison. Although extra relief, he will likely get probation and be sentenced to community service if convicted. Smollett maintains that he did not stage his own hate crime, alleging that Abomilabola and Olabingo Ozandaru, the 2 brothers he allegedly hired, attacked him and demanded $1 million for them not to testify. During his testimony on Monday, Smollett said that he and Abibola had a sexual relationship. The brother denies it, and that he never trusted Olabingo whenever he come around. Okay, so if you didn't think it was ridiculous enough, right? It gets even more ridiculous, as apparently Jussie asked the prosecutor to stop saying the N-word while quoting his text messages, right? So the prosecutor is quoting Jussie's text messages that have the N-word in it. And Jussie's like, oh, no, I don't want you using the N-word. I'm offended, right? I'm offended. So let's read about this. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett asked Special Prosecutor Dan Webb to stop reading the N-word out loud during the court hearing as the attorney read Smollett's own messages aloud as evidence. The exchange took place during the 6th day of the controversial trial involving Smollett, who he is facing 6 counts regarding allegations he staged a hate crime against himself in 2019 and claimed he was a victim of a racist and homophobic incident. Quote, some of the message included the use of the N-word, prompting Smollett to interrupt the prosecutor to ask him to spell or abbreviate the word so as to not offend every African-American in this room, Tyler McCarthy wrote for Fox News. Bro, let me get this straight. So you're offended that a prosecutor, and I'm assuming he's a white man. He might not be, who knows. You're offended that a prosecutor is using the N-word, right? It's so offensive to you that you're like, no. You got to spell it out or abbreviate it, even though these are your text messages. He's quoting you, bro. You're offended by that, but you weren't offended by actually using the word, right? Come on now. Are you not offended when you hear the words in songs? I'm pretty sure he uses the word all the time. You're only offended if somebody uses it that has the wrong skin tone, right? And apparently the word is so offensive that the dude can't quote him in the court of law during a trial. Again, these people are ridiculous. This dude continues to pull every single card in the deck, right? Now he's pulling the N-word card, right? He don't pull the gay card, the black card, right? The homophobic card, right? Now he's pulling the N-word card. You just can't make this stuff up, bro. The messages were originally written by Smollett. Webb then invited Smollett to read his own messages before the court, but he said he would not comply with Smollett's request. Good on him. Good on him. Read the word, right? Read it. Read it. Let the audience know, let the jury know what he said, right? Let them know what he said, okay? Don't censor it. Read it. Smollett reportedly complied with the offer. So Smollett gets up there and reads the N-word, right? As if that makes it better, right? It makes the word less offensive to black folks, apparently. As the Daily Wire reported Monday, Fox News national reporter Matt Flynn, who has been covering the trial since its beginning last week, offered several updates via Twitter after Smollett took the stand. Smollett just said on the oath there was no hoax, fan tweeted. Adding, Smollett says he was driving, smoking a blunt, and texting with a woman about MSNBC appearance day of January 27 when the Olsen-Dara brothers were in his car. Brothers say that's when the hoax was being planned. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Smollett also testified that it had become a running joke on the set of Empire that the Olsen-Dara brothers were actually his security team. He claimed that he did not want the studio to provide security because he preferred to drive around in his own car and smoke my blunt during lunch breaks. The defense went on to argue that the Olsen-Dara brothers were attempting to scare Smollett into officially hiring the brothers to provide security. Bro, he's getting high doing breaks, right? How do you remember your lines when you're blazed, okay? How you remember your lines, right? I got questions. According to Smollett's testimony, he was training with Bola Olsen-Dara primarily because Empire actor Lee Daniels had told him that he was fat because he wanted to lose weight for a music video. He also claimed that he and Bola had a more personal relationship, saying that the first night they met, they had done weed and cocaine together and gone to a private room in a bathhouse. All right, so you guys know the rest of the details of this stuff, okay? We don't need to go over this. The brothers are saying they never had a sexual relationship with him. Smollett, this trial, again, it's pure comedy, okay? This guy is, to me, sounds like a habitual liar, right? He sounds like he just lies for a living, right? But he's an actor, right? So yeah, I guess he technically does lie for a living. But, I mean, regardless, it seems like, you know, he knows he's going down and he's trying to pull everybody down with him, right? He's trying to accuse the dudes that attacked him, that he allegedly paid to conduct this fake hate crime. He's trying to say, well, they're gay, okay, and that they're homophobic. He's trying to implicate Don Lemon, okay, trying to say that Don Lemon, you know, was giving him, was tipping him off in regards to the police investigation. Okay, the lawyer is trying to accuse the judge of lunging at her. I mean, boy, I wish this trial was recorded. I really do. I really do. Because this stuff right here, you just can't make it up, right? They should make a show after this Smollett trial, right? They really should. There should be a show about this whole situation, okay? I will watch that. I don't even watch TV, but I will watch that, okay? But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.